Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're not just looking at iconic glass pyramids or soaring skyscrapers. We're going to uncover the career strategies of a master architect, I.M.Pei, and show you how his blueprint for success can apply to pretty much anyone in any field. So what was it that made this guy a legend? Well, it wasn't just his incredible talent for designing beautiful buildings. His real underlying genius was in architecting a legendary career, piece by deliberate piece. Okay, so let's dive right in. We're going to set aside the drafting table for a minute, and instead, we're going to focus on the pillars of his professional success. We'll break down how he built his career with the exact same precision he used to build his structures. So, pillar number 1. This was the absolute foundation of his success. He had this uncanny ability to look past what his clients said they wanted and figure out what they truly needed. This right here perfectly captures his method. For instance, when a group of scientists told him they wanted something artistic for a new research center, Pei understood the real problem was about fostering collaboration. He didn't just hear their words, he diagnosed the true, often unspoken, pain point behind the request. He basically lived by a principle that a lot of us recognize from other big innovators. True game-changing solutions. They don't come from just following a checklist of requirements. They emerge from a deep insight into the human and business needs behind the entire project. Now, that problem-solving skill was just one tool in his toolbox. To really see how it fits into the bigger picture, we need to look at how Pei architected his entire career. See, he didn't just randomly accept projects. He chose them as carefully as a chess master plans their next move, each one a part of a much grander design. And this just brilliantly illustrates his calculated path. Look at the flow here. He starts by mastering the fundamentals with a real estate developer. Then he leverages that experience to move into more prestigious projects, institutional stuff, building his reputation. Each phase was a deliberate step up, expanding his skills, his influence, and his network for the next, even more ambitious project. So here's the crucial point. He played the long game. The Kennedy Library was a grueling 15-year saga. So why stick with it? Because he knew that having the Kennedy name on his portfolio was an invaluable endorsement. It would unlock a whole new level of opportunity and access. Every single project was an investment in his future. His journey really gives us a powerful blueprint that we can generalize into these 3 stages. First, you're the apprentice. You master your craft, you build credibility. Then, you become the spin-off entrepreneur. You go independent, but you often still use the network of your mentor. And finally, you become the true founder, integrating everything you've learned to build your own legacy. But none of that strategic vision, none of that deep problem solving, it wouldn't have mattered without his profound skill in managing the most complex and unpredictable material of all, people. He had an incredible emotional intelligence. He didn't just listen to clients, he observed them to understand their psychology. When he was tackling the super controversial Louvre pyramid, he knew the project's fate didn't rest with committees. It rested with one man, the French president. So he focused his energy right there, on the ultimate decision maker. And get this, when he decided to start his own firm, he didn't burn any bridges. He maintained such a strong relationship with his first big boss that he was able to recruit top talent from his old company and continue collaborating. For Pei, building relationships wasn't just a tactic. It was a core principle that created a powerful, lifelong support network. So when you combine these 3 pillars, that deep problem solving, the long-term strategy, and the human connection, you get this powerful snowball effect where success just builds on success. But was it a perfect, flawless snowball? Not quite. To understand this, let's go back to the Louvre pyramid. It was a massive undertaking, engineered to handle an already huge number of visitors, about 4 million people a year. But its success was so immense that it shattered all expectations. It ended up attracting over 10 million visitors annually. It became a victim of its own triumph, more than doubling its original capacity. Aesthetically, the building was a home run, an icon recognized all around the world. But this massive, unexpected popularity created a whole host of practical problems. And that reveals a very important truth about mastery. The reality was, even this masterpiece had its flaws. The underground lobby basically turned into a sauna in the summer. The single-ticket desk created these nightmare-level queues, and people were constantly getting lost. They had to make major modifications after the grand opening. And here it is. This is the most valuable lesson of all. Mastery isn't about achieving some state of flawless perfection. It's not a destination. It's a continuous cycle of learning, doing, iterating, and improving. True success involves facing and solving problems, even the ones you accidentally create yourself. I.M.Pei's legacy isn't just in stone and glass. It's in this powerful lesson that with insight, with strategy, and with a focus on people, we can all become the architects of our own careers. So the only question left is, what are you building next?